Hi, I'm Victoria. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hello, welcome. Nice to meet you. Today I have a quick short flow for you all. It's a good one to kind of squeeze in at lunch or right before work. So whenever you're ready, let's get started. We're just going to start seated any way you like. You can be on your knees. You can be in sort of froggy butterfly position, whatever works for you. I can have your feet out long as well, but I'm just going to sit in this crisscross position. And we're just gonna close our eyes and start to find our Pilates breathing. So you're gonna just place your hands on your ribs and you're gonna inhale through your nose and then exhale through the mouth, breathing everything out. Let's go one more time. Inhaling through the nose, your ribs, the sides, the back, all expanding. And then exhale to slowly squeeze it all out of your lungs, your diaphragm, your belly. Let's do this a few more times. Breathing on your own time, at your own pace. And each time just trying to breathe in more air and expel more air. Let's just do one more together. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. Oh, it's very bright. And we're going to come forward into all fours. So making sure that our wrists are beneath our shoulders, knees are beneath our hips. Finding that neutral pelvis and spine. So you want that sort of curve in your lower back of the neck, back of the head reaching towards the ceiling. And we're just do some cat and cows. So belly button to spine, tucking your head, tucking your pelvis. You're looking in between your thighs, feeling that stretch in your back and your spine. And then you're going to come back, return to neutral first, so finding that sort of starting position. And then we're going to continue into the extension, belly button dropping towards the mat, tailbone and top of the head reaching towards the ceiling, feeling that stretch in your collarbones, and then coming back to neutral. And we're going to start again, finding that cat, rounding through that spine, pushing the mat away from you. And then coming back into neutral, breathing however you feel. That's the most important thing. I don't like being too prescriptive with breathing because then people just start to, I think, hyperfixate. And then next time you're going to go into that cat position. You're going to bring your elbows, your right elbow and your left knee in, cinching it together. And then you're going to reach the arm and the leg all the way out. So you're just pulling against each other, your back and your spine and pelvis is in neutral, and you're going to do that again. Coming into that cat position, belly button to spine, you're squeezing your elbow and your knees together, and then reaching it all the way out. It's a nice bit of balance and coordination happening. Let's just do 3 more. Moving nice and slow and controlled. Shoulders and hips continue being square with the mat. Your left elbow isn't locked. There's a bit of softness to it. And last one, best one on this side. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Reach, 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 reach. And you're gonna actually swing and sweep your arm behind you to grab your left foot. And then you're just gonna kick out a little bit just to stretch that chest. And then you're gonna sweep your arms back. Forwards, leg comes down. And then we're gonna switch sides. So again, coming into this cat, your left elbow and right knee is coming in together. Your nose is also coming in together. And then you're just going to reach your left arm and your right leg in opposite directions. And then coming back in, finding that flexion. Right arm is pushing away from the mat. Right hand's pushing away from the mat. Let's just do 2 more. And then 1 more. Last one, best one. And then reach, 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 reach. And then again, same thing. We're going to grab a hold of our foot, kick a little bit out just so you get that stretch in your shoulders, in your chest. I'm just gonna be here for a few breaths. It should feel nice. It should feel like a stretch in your thighs and in your shoulders. And then when you're ready, sweep your arms back to the front. Knee comes back down, and we're gonna push back into our rest position. So you can just kind of stay here for a few breaths, rocking side to side. And then when you're ready, you're going to curl your toes underneath. And you're gonna keep your arms, keep your hands where they are out in front of you. And you're going to basically round and, cat your way into a plank. Keeping the back of the neck long, your hips low, and you're gonna come all the way back into rest position. Knees coming down as you push your tailbone back over the hips. And again, exhaling to come into this plank, inhaling for 1 breath, and then exhaling to come all the way back down. Let's do 1 more like this. Keeping a soft bend in your elbows. You don't want to lock your elbows. And this time we're going to come back into that plank, but as we come into it, you're going to lift that right leg. So it's just hovering a few inches off the mat. Inhale here, and then we're gonna come all the way back, bringing your foot and then your knees back down. And then you guessed it, we're gonna switch. We're gonna come to that plank, left leg comes hovering up, inhale at the top, and then exhale to come all the way down. You wanna go nice and slow. There's absolutely 0 rush. Just do 1 more on each side. I actually kind of messed up on that. I didn't lift my right leg as I came up, but that's okay. And bring it all the way back. Okay, next time, we're going to come back into that plank. And we're gonna hold it. So you're gonna lift your right leg, just like you did before. So it's hovering a few inches off the mat. And you're just going to bounce on your left ankle, and then you're gonna bring your right foot back down. You're gonna lift your left leg, you're gonna bounce on that right ankle, you're gonna bring it back down, and you're gonna push yourself back into child's pose, knees coming down. Let's just do 2 more on each side. Coming into this plank, let's do left leg up, bounce. Left leg down, right leg up, bounce. Right leg down, and then we're gonna come back into child's pose. 1 last one, you got this, you're doing so well. Up, bounce. Left leg up, bounce. And then you're gonna come all the way back. And for real, have a bit of a rest. Nice work, that was not easy. Lots and lots of core stability and wrist strength as well. Let's not underestimate that. And then when you're ready, just gonna roll all the way up. My hair is crazy. Okay, so we're gonna find our side lying position. You can either just lie on your head like this. You can also prop yourself up, whatever you like. I kind of enjoy having my elbow propping myself up because I just find it more comfortable, but you do you, whatever works. So all you want to make sure is that your head and your spine are in line. You can use the back of the mat to kind of find your alignment, and you're going to bring your legs in 90 degrees in sort of this chair position. And the side of the waist, you want it to be sort of lifted and not kind of sagging into the mat. So you want to imagine that both sides of your waist are kind of trying to straighten out, okay? And when you're ready, you can either put your hand here, doesn't matter, whatever is comfortable for you. You're going to extend that top leg, so that's my left leg, and you're just going to lift it a few inches and then lower. Lift, lower. So your knees and your toes are tracking forward. Your leg is in line with your spine. You can exhale to lift, inhale to lower, but it doesn't really matter. As long as you're doing the movement, that's the most important thing. Keeping that side of the waist lifted, you're not sinking into your shoulders. Let's just do 3 more. 2, and then 1. You're gonna keep your legs there in sort of hip height, and we're gonna do front and back. So we're gonna sweep your leg forward only as far as you can without rounding that back. And then you're gonna sweep it all the way back, a little bit past the line of your spine and your head so you feel that glute activate. And again, exhaling to come forward, and then inhaling to come back. Let's just do 3 more. Then 2, really using that core to stabilize everything. Everything is nice and still. Last 1. And then you're gonna return again to hip height. Leg is still out long. We're gonna do some bicycles. So it's very similar to what we did before. We're just going to bend our leg, kick it forward, and then send it all the way back past the line of our spine, and then bend our legs again. So it's very much like, imagine you're actually riding a bicycle. You're just pedaling forward. Really using, again, that core to stabilize everything. You can point and flex however you want, it's not a big deal. Let's just do 2 more this direction, because yes, we're going to reverse it. And then let's reverse. Actually, how am I reversing this? I feel like sometimes this requires a bit of mental thinking, and it's not always on. Nice. Keeping that leg at the same height. Let's just do 2 more. Ooh, I feel it. 1 more. And then go ahead and bring your leg down. Give yourself a little pat. Nice. Okay, then we're going to sit up in this sort of mermaid position. So if your left leg was up, like mine was, it's going to be on the side, sort of in line with this side of your mat. And your right leg is in line with the front edge of your mat. And so we're going to bring our right hand up, and we're just going to find that stretch over that left leg. So whatever leg is bent on the side, that's the one that you want to stretch over. And then you're going to sweep your arms up. You're gonna push yourself up into this sort of kneeling squat. I don't really know what to call this. And then you're gonna come all the way back down, arms going back over your left leg. And then you're gonna sweep your arms down and come up to this kneeling position. really squeezing the glutes at the top. Let's just do 3 more. Two, you want to move nice and slow, just so you really feel your muscles work. And then last one. Nice. So then you're going to straighten the right leg so that your feet and your soles are on the ground. It's right next to the side of your body. You're going to sweep your arms up by your ears, keeping your shoulders away from your ears, and you're just going to bend over using those obliques, your core, to stabilize everything and then bring yourself back up. Let's just do 5 more. 4. And you want your head and your spine to be in one imagined long line. 3. 2. 1. Nice. So you're going to bring your arms back down and sit back down and just give yourself a little bit of a well-deserved rest. That was a pretty long flow, so you're doing a wonderful, amazing job. Okay, so we're going to switch on to our other side. So I'm coming on to my left, working my right because I've already worked my other side. And again, making sure that your head and your spine are all in one long line. And your feet are in this sort of like 90-degree seated position. The side of your waist is pulling away from the mat. Both sides of your waist are trying to straighten out. And again, your hand is either in front, on here, up here, doesn't matter, whatever you do you. So you're going to extend that top leg in line with your head and your spine, and you're just going to lift a few inches and then lower. Lift, lower. Really using that glute and the side of your thigh to kind of facilitate this movement. Let's just do 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping your keeping your legs at hip height, you're going to sweep it forwards. Again, keeping that neutral pelvis and spine, and then send it all the way back, just a little bit past the line of your spine. So you're really using that core to keep that torso from sort of swaying back and forth. Let's just do 4, 3, 2, don't drop that leg, keep it right at the hip height. Last one. Nice, and then return it back in line with your spine. You guessed it, we're going to bicycles. So bending that leg as it comes forward, kicking it out straight, and then sweeping it all the way back past the line of your spine, and you're gonna bend it again. Extend, sweep back, and then come back. Just do that in your own time. Careful not to rush through it. You want it to be nice and slow and controlled. Let's just do 2 more. One. And you guessed it, we're going back. Reversing the direction. Ooh, this one's always harder. I always feel like my core has to work a tiny bit harder in this direction. We're almost done with this. Let's just do 2 more. Try not to speed up. 1 more. Last one, best one. Nice, and then go ahead and give yourself a rest. Bring your leg back down and pat yourself on the glute. Thank you for a good job. Thank you for your hard work. Okay, again, we're finding that mermaid position. So this time, because I just worked my right leg is folded on the side, left leg is out in front. So you're just going to sweep your left arm up over the right leg. And then as you sweep your arms back down, you're going to stand up, you're going to press up into a kneeling squat. I don't really know what to call this, but I hope that sounds right. Really using those glutes, those legs to help push you up. You want to move nice and slow. There's absolutely no rush. Keeping your shoulders away from your ears, glutes squeezing at the top. And when you're finding the side bend, really think of pure flexion. You're just going to the side. Careful you're not tilting your shoulders, your hips. You're really feeling that stretch in your leg as well. Let's just do 2 more. And then last one. And then again, we're gonna extend our left leg, keeping our right leg where it is. The soles of your feet are down on the mat, and it's right next to you. You're gonna sweep your arms up by your ears, keeping your shoulders away, and then you're just going to come over the side, an oblique work. And then come back up. Exhaling, keeping that head, the neck, the spine in a long line, and then using that oblique to pull yourself up. Let's just do 3 more. Whew, I feel it. 2, you got this. Last one, best one. 1, nice. Give yourself a little bit of rest. Shake your arms out. You deserve it. Okay, so we're almost done. This is the last segment, okay? From this position, you're going to push yourself up into this kneeling position. And you're just gonna have your hands out in front of you, palms facing each other. So keeping that line of your neck, your head, and your spine, you're just going to tilt back in one straight line as far as you can without losing that control, and then you're gonna push yourself back up with your thighs. Just do a few like this, inhaling to come back, and then exhaling to push up. It's not a huge movement, so don't expect it. And then when you come up, when you come back next time, you're going to bring your arms up by your ears, bring it back down, and then straighten. Come back, arms go up, arms go forward, return to start. Let's just do 1 more like this. And then give yourself a nice, well-deserved rest. And that's all, you guys. That was a quick, short, intense flow. So honestly, well done. If you've made it this far, I'm extremely proud of you. It was not easy, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.